I collapsed at work, cold tiles, fluorescent lights blinding my eyes, a circle of strangers shouting my name while I couldn't lift my tongue. When the paramedics loaded me into the ambulance, I whispered my wife's number. They promised they'd call. She never came. Instead, while machines kept my chest rising, my phone buzzed. A photo, her sister, wine glasses raised. The caption sliced me open. Family Day without the drama. I stared at it until the heart monitor beeped a warning. I said nothing. Not to the nurses, not to her. Silence became my shield. We married young. I thought I'd found a partner, a safe harbor. She laughed at my bad jokes, kissed me like I was the only man alive. I gave her everything, my paychecks, my trust, my future. But people don't change overnight. They corrode slowly. I should have noticed the signs. The sudden evenings at her father's house. The secretive texts. The way she looked at me like I was a burden, not a husband. Then the collapse happened. That was my clarity. You can measure love by how fast someone runs when you're at your weakest. She didn't run. She drank wine. Days later, still weak, tubes in my arm, I woke to 44 missed calls. My wife, her father, then one text, short and sharp. We need you. Answer immediately. Need. That word made me laugh until my ribs hurt. They didn't need me when I was drowning. But now, something was wrong on their side of the fence. And I realized I wasn't helpless. I had access to everything. The accounts, the deeds, the business paperwork her father had begged me to co-sign. Their empire had my name stamped across its foundation. They forgot that. I didn't. I played the weak man a little longer. I let their messages pile up while I built my strength in silence. My mind sharper than my body. At night, while nurses thought I slept, I called lawyers. Quiet voices that specialized in disappearing assets, re-revving ownership, exploiting fine print. It wasn't rage driving me. Rage burns too fast. This was colder, methodical. I wanted them to feel what I felt, abandoned, stripped of control, helpless. So I froze accounts, shifted property titles, canceled access to credit cards, all legal, all airtight. A digital guillotine, one signature at a time. The day I was discharged, I didn't go home. I went to the bank. Papers in hand, the manager nodded, stamped, confirmed. By sundown, everything that bore my name was mine alone. Their empire crumbled with the push of a pen. Still, I stayed silent. Let them squirm. The confrontation came a week later. I agreed to meet at her father's house. They greeted me not with concern, but with desperation. My wife's makeup was smudged, her hands trembling. Her father, usually arrogant, sat hunched, sweat staining his shirt. "Why didn't you answer us?" she snapped. I sat, calm, colder than the glass of water I sipped. Because I was waiting for this. Her father slammed the table. "You ruined us! Do you know what you've done?" I leaned forward. "Yes, I do." I told them about the transfers, the titles, the clauses they hadn't read. How every signature they'd once begged for became the knife I held to their throats. My wife's face drained of color. "You can't do this to family." The word tasted bitter. I set the glass down. Family doesn't leave you to die in a hospital bed. The silence that followed was beautiful. A silence filled with the weight of realization. They weren't angry at losing me, they were terrified of losing control. Her father tried bargaining. My wife tried tears. Both bounced off me like rain on stone. Finally, I stood. "You raised your glass without me. Keep drinking. Just don't toast with money that isn't yours anymore." I left them there, two broken figures in a house no longer theirs. Now, when I look back, I don't see tragedy. I see freedom. They showed me who they were. I showed them who I could become. Betrayal didn't destroy me. It sharpened me. And sometimes the sweetest revenge is silence that echoes louder than any scream.